Good morning, it's Wednesday the 22nd of March, nearly the end of March already. I will do the introduction to the vlog today. I have got Jürgen in the office, he's just busy doing some emails and getting some stuff sorted. Callum's about as well, he's ordering some parts. So just give you a little update on today. We have got Ben working on the R32, doing a great job with the fab. The engine's in now on the mounts properly. We've got Matty's at college today. Matty goes to college on a Wednesday, so he has the day off. Scotty's working on the BMW M4 Gintani crank hub fix, quite a big job. I'll take you through later on and just have a little look at it. We were discussing it's quite in depth, these modern engines. We're sort of laughing, discussing, saying how compared to the Nissan VR38 there's just so much more stuff on these particular modern BMWs, for example, or the modern German stuff. We've got Dean's working on the time attack car, progressing that really well. There's a lot going into that, the air shift system, the fire extinguisher system, you name it, ECU wiring, all kinds going on. Jan's working on the Supra, so the Supra runs a Cybex and it's going to run the BMW automatic gearbox now, so that's just about finished. I think he's got a little bit of work to do on that day, and then we're waiting on an oil cooler for the gearbox coming as well. Jimmy was supposed to be buying today, but Jimmy got stranded in Austin, I believe, in Texas. Flights got cancelled, so he's now a day delayed, and we are expecting him back in the workshop tomorrow. So we'll check in with him, find out how his trip to TX2K23's been. I have obviously had a few messages off him while he's been away, and he says it's been fantastic, a real eye-opener and a bit mind-blowing as well, the way the Americans do things. So we often get people say, in America, they're doing 6 seconds, why are we not? Etc. Things like that. I think now Jimmy's seen it firsthand, he'll hopefully be able to give a bit more of an insight on the differences there. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to catching up with Jimmy as well tomorrow. But yeah, I'll take it for a walk around the workshop later on today, and we'll see you soon. So, on with today's vlog. I have got an Audi S5 in for an APR Stage 1 tune. That's on the dyno at the minute. I'll take you through some of the checks we do and the process of that on the Stage 1. And I'll give you a little look around the workshop now. So, we've got Dale. Dale is prepping new cars, lovely GTR, beautiful car. We've also got Dan's SVJ, which we've seen quite a bit of in the last few videos. Or hopefully have. This is leaving today, absolutely beautiful. And then you've got JV's Hurricane just sitting there, all ready, taxed, ready to go. Typically as soon as he taxed that car, it absolutely chucked it down with rain. So he's never really used it. The weather's looking a bit better today, so hopefully he'll be out in that soon on the streets. Let's have a look through the other units, see what's going on. Struggling with the camera because I'm holding my laptop in the other hand. Oops. So as you can see, weather's getting better. It is a bit windy today, but it's definitely got the feeling of spring coming. I think the clocks go forwards on Sunday, so yeah, hopefully better weather, lighter nights coming, more fun in the cars. So middle unit, just to give you a little look around. This is the Audi S5 I've got in for tuning, so like I say, I'm going to take you through some of the steps we do on that and give you some dyno footage of that and show you what difference the Stage 1 makes on that one. We've got the guys from 888 vehicle equipment in, or ramp equipment in. They take care of all our ramps, and they're currently just repositioning the 4-poster ahead of our Hunter wheel alignment system getting installed towards the end of the month. The ramp needs just moved back around about a foot or so just to get optimal figures and readings from that. Ben's working on the 32. We've just had a little discussion. Don't know where he's gone typically, but we're just talking about plenums. So if you look on the bench here, we have got an OEM plenum, the silver one, which does fit quite nicely. It just snug and touches the bottom of the bonnet. But Jürgen wants to run his original original Jun, sorry about the noise, Jun upgraded plenum, which as you can see, is a fair bit bigger. So that involves some fabrication of the bonnet to make that fit as well. Probably more body shop job than Ben job. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how he makes that fit. I'm just going to pop into the main unit now. Right, so we're in the main workshop again now. We have got Supra getting the BMW gearbox installed. Jan's working on that, and he's currently also working on Ali's 33. So it's had a new turbo, just working out the lines with Ben. So yes, that should be done and ready to sort of finalise next week with Remain here. We've got Kyle, man like Kyle, man with the thumbs up. You've got Warren's engine in now, haven't you?
Aye,
so just working out the sort of routing and the installation of the dry sump lines.
Dry sump.
Yeah.
Also, Warren, he bought big intake pipes, so that's been a bit of a shoot.
Yeah, I think that was like last night's job, wasn't it? We did late last night, 4-inch titanium intakes. I'll try and get a shot of them later on when the car's down. But Yeah, try to fit a 4-inch.
Yeah, it was quite awkward, but they do look absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, especially with all the purple going on the engine bay as well.
Certainly.
Yeah, so I'll leave quite the crack on. It's come together really nice there. Scotty, working on the BMW. Yeah. I touched base on this in the office. We were talking last night about kind of how much has got going on in these modern engines. We were talking like, considering how good and powerful the VR38 is and the GTRs.
So simple.
They're pretty simple.
So simple. You're
whereas
getting something like this.
You've got something like this, you've got all kinds of coolers going on, you've got direct injection, port injection, things like that. Everything going on with these modern cars. It just all adds up and adds up.
Yeah, of course.
Like I say, this got gearbox coolers, obviously engine coolers, charge coolers. It's just a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah. So we've had to like strip all the bottom end off, get the oil pump and everything out, just so we can drill a keyway into the bottom of the crank.
This is getting the Gintani crank hub, isn't it? So
we've just drilled the hole for that keyway.
Yeah.
And that then inserts into the crank and just stops any potential.
It's a well-known common issue with these, isn't it? Unfortunately. Is it a press fit sort of thing, or it's kind of like friction?
No, it works on friction. So I've actually got the other one over here.
So this is a BMW design. It's quite common as well in a lot of cars these days.
This is a stock one here, and as you can see, it's actually in 3 pieces.
Yeah.
And then in between there, that's all you've got there.
It's like a friction washer, isn't it?
It's exactly what it is. Yeah. So the torque of the bolt bolts them 3 together. Over time, the bolt slackens off a bit, and as you can imagine, you don't want your timing spinning like that.
Timing slip, exactly. Yeah. Fairly common thing. Like I say, I think Jaguar Land Rover had a similar issue on their F-types in the V6 and V8s. Harsh gear shifts used to cause that on them ones, and it wasn't a good result for the engine. Apart from that, we've got Dean in. Like I said, Jimmy's off today. And Dean is working. I'm not going to disturb him because he's got a lot going on with this, but he's working on Ross's time attack and Pretzer. So stay tuned. I'm going to check out the dyno now and show you what goes on there. So I'm in the dyno now. You can see the S5 behind us. We're strapped down, ready to go. Final job I've got to do is just set the computer up, calibrate it for the car, and then we're ready to do some bass runs. What I've done before that as well, what we always do with our stage 1 tunes or any of our tunes on OEM ECU, do a diagnostic check. So we scan the vehicle. This particular car's got in excess of probably 50 modules. It's all good. A couple of spurious fault codes in there that you tend to get on a lot of modern cars, voltage issues, things like that. Nothing untoward, nothing to worry about. So yeah, so we're going to get the car set up, get on the dyno, do some bass runs, and obviously it should make a roundabout stock power. What we would do if, for example, sometimes customers bring cars, they don't realise the car's already tuned. If we were to do a run and find out that the car looks like it's already running a tune, we would obviously advise the customer, see if they're happy to go ahead with our tune. Quite often, you know, we can never guarantee to beat somebody else's tune, but I would certainly say with the APR stuff, it is very, very strong, very good, very reliable. So often we can do that, but obviously we always give the customer the choice first of all. If the customer didn't want to go ahead with that, it's just a power run. Just pay for that and away they go, save themselves a bit of money. So yeah, so I'll get the camera set up and I'll try and get some footage now of a bass run. Right, so that's the camera put on a stand. Hopefully you'll be able to see alright and hear alright. It's very windy outside, you can probably hear the workshop shutters rattling, so hopefully it doesn't affect the sound too much. But yeah, standard Audi S5. Let's do some bass runs and see what power it makes. Check out the graphs. That bass run's done. 3 very consistent runs. So give you a look at the graph. Probably not going to be very clear on the camera. But yeah, base run, it made 293 wheel horsepower. Our dyno, as we always say, reads in real horsepower. We do a simple equation to estimate a 15% transmission loss. So based on a 15% transmission loss, it puts the power at around about 344 brake horsepower at the flywheel. Now this car, factory claim figures are around about 330, so it's right in the ballpark for that. I know some cars do typically overread or produce more power than claimed, so this sounds like it's kind of banging the numbers for a stock car. We'll get the APR Stage 1 tune loaded now, do some logs, do some runs, do any revisions that's needed, and then we'll check in again and see what the gains have been after that. Right, so stay tuned. Right, the APR Stage 1 is now loaded to the car. I've done some initial runs, I've checked some base data and some logs. Everything's looking good in the figures, so now it's just time to do some power runs and find out what the gains are. So, power run's completed now on the Stage 1 Audi S5. It's done very well. Like I said before, APR software we find to be absolutely fantastic. It's great stuff, great value for money for the Stage 1. Graphs wise, this is before and after, so the red is before, blue is after. Previously it was making 293 wheel horsepower, we're now making 367, so around about 75 extra wheel horsepower. 367 at the wheels translate to approximately 432 brake horsepower. Now manufacturers claim power on this is around about 330, so this car did make slightly more than manufacturers claimed on the base runs, but we're around about 100 brake horsepower up on OEM power levels just from a Stage 1 tune. No hardware, standard air filter, standard exhaust. You've probably heard on the dyno it's pretty quiet, especially for our sort of standard stuff. But yeah, fantastic gains, well worth it. If you want to get your car in for an APR Stage 1 or any other Stage 1 or Stage 2 work, drop me an email. My email address is chris@jmimports.co.uk. Right, we'll get this off the dyno now, and then I want an RS7 next to get some more logs on that one. Right, so I'm back in the office now. I'm just going to quickly type up the invoice for the Audi S5 and then I'm going to pop out in the Audi RS7 and do some more logs. That car is very nearly complete. With a bit of luck, hopefully, it'll be leaving maybe this weekend, possibly the next week or so. The one person I haven't managed to catch up with today so far is Haggy. Haggy's been a very busy guy.
I have got a surprise.
You got something to show her?
Let's go and have a look at
this. Go on then. So something's just been delivered. Haggy's pretty excited about it. I haven't seen it yet, so let's see. He tells us it's something pretty rare and hard to get hold of.
The R35 guys, the drag sort of wheel sit up. A lot of lads run the 18s. Obviously means that you can run a bigger tyre.
Correct.
Stuff like this.
Yeah.
The wheel to go for clearances with the calipers and all that is the ZE40, the Volk.
Right. Okay.
Now these wheels in this size are discontinued.
Right.
So we managed to track these down. So Daz, Big Daz. Your one
so it's a special delivery, is it?
Yeah, it's the first one. There's obviously consignment shipment.
Yeah.
But let's have a quick look inside.
Go on then, yeah, show us what you got, because I don't even think I've seen these wheels before.
Nope.
So this is a pair of rear wheels, correct?
So brand new, discontinued.
Yeah.
And people obviously know as well how hard any sort of rears brand new to get them in latest.
Just
September, October, the best.
Yeah.
Any time.
Yeah.
So have a look at these. So 12J, 18-inch. Holy smokes.
They are some beautiful wheels.
Literally brand new as well.
Very nice that. I must admit, I've seen a lot of GTRs and a lot of different wheels and what have you, and they, to me, in that colour, you know, that spec sort of thing, I think that's going to look absolutely mega.
I think the last person to get these was Alex Coles.
Oh, right, okay. I haven't actually seen his mounted to his car. I've seen pictures of them because we're supplying these tyres and things like that. I think his are all black, if I had to kind of guess. So yeah, in this sort of satin grey,
these are
gunmetal, is that what you're going to call that?
These are the Time Attack 2s as well, so they're a tiny bit lighter.
Oh, nice.
They're a revised version of the Thingy 40s, so big Daz.
Money well spent by the looks of it. Certainly gets my thumbs up. Bit of a GM thing.
Hopefully it'll equate to some good sort of drag times.
Some better 60 foots even, yeah. I mean, the car wasn't slow beforehand, but the plan is to go even quicker this year, so I think, yeah, Darren, that looks superb. Can't wait for the next one to come, and then obviously get them trial fitted on your car. So yeah, I'll get some shots of them wheels and show them off for you. One thing that didn't do any justice was actually
how wide it is.
Just how wide that is.
That's 12J by the way.
So there's Huggy. Huggy's a big guy. You'll not mind us saying, and that is a very wide, very nice rim. I'm going to leave Callum the camera now. He's going to get some nice footage of the wheel. Just give you a bit closer up.
Well, the keynote, obviously unsprung weight. Daz, these are mega light.
Yeah,
so
I mean, you can see
some weight there.
You can see Huggy's quite a weakling. He eats a lot of sweets, and he's throwing that wheel around, no problem at all. So yeah, very, very nice wheel. Callum's a big fan of his thumbnails. Let's see if you want something like this. Does he want one of the reactions? I don't know. We'll probably put that in the outtakes. So yeah, thumbnail. There we go. So it's now Wednesday afternoon. I'm back in the dyno. This time though, it's a different blue Audi. John's RS7. Very nice thing this. Got a lot of very nice parts on it. And we're just finalising the tune on Dyno Spectrum with a guy called Kyle in America from Kyle Tuned It. If you're in this platform, you might have heard of him. Very good guy. We go backwards and forwards on the tune with him. So we're on to final revisions. I've got some road logs to do. Need to send him some data just to double check he's happy with everything. And then hopefully, once he's signed it off, we're good to go and give Johnny's car back. In the meantime, it is a beautiful car. I think we've featured it on the videos probably in the past. He's done quite a few more mods to it since. But just have a listen to this. I was messaging and talking to John, the customer, a little bit earlier on. It says he's missing the car despite having other nice toys. He does have a twin turbo Lambo and an RS5 as well, I believe. Have a listen to this. Sorry for the beep. Have a listen. Pretty nice for a big saloon car, that's for sure. So I'm going to head out now. Got my laptop. Dyno Spectrum's logging. Get these logs, send them to Kyle. We'll go a bit of backwards and forwards with him. Kyle is in Las Vegas, I believe, so obviously the time difference makes things a little bit hard. As ever, jmimports, we're kind of working truly internationally, different people in different continents, just to get the job done and get the job done right. So yeah, I'll see if I can get any footage when I'm out and about. I probably can't because I'm by myself. And hopefully we'll get this RS7 signed off, people get you some nice B-roll of the car when it's all done, finally cleaned and ready to leave, ready for the customer to collect. So back now at JM, just done some road logs on the RS7. Car goes really well. It's around about 900 brake horsepower. It's a bit warmer out there today. It's putting the power down nicely. Everything feels good. What I've been doing is taking some logs. Now this car spent a lot of time on the dyno. We've done a lot of logs and a lot of work with Kyle from Kyle Tuned It. This car is running on DS1, so this is a sort of fairly new bit of kit. It takes the stock ECU and it allows it to be re-engineered, redeveloped, extra components added to it, to any CAN inputs, all sorts of additional sensors. It's quite an up and coming platform. There's a lot of work gone into it. I believe it was created by a guy called John Banks in the UK, along with a fella in America whose name's just escaped us. But it seems like an interesting bit of kit. We prefer our standalone ECUs. We're very fluent in them, very familiar with them. But this brings a lot of them kind of features and benefits, but on a stock ECU, and it was obviously at a lesser price point. So far seems good. It's not something that we particularly intend to get really deep into, but obviously depending on how the market goes, I know they do a kit or a package for V10s, R8s and Lambos. So it's my phone. So yeah, so who knows where that's going to go in the future, but at the moment we don't really intend on using it. Like I say, we're doing this with a guy called Kyle from Kyle Tuned It in America. He's very popular on this platform. The customers arranged all of that. We're just basically doing this on the customer's behalf. So when we talk about road logs, we do all the dyno work, do all the logs, send everything, make everything's alright, revisions on the dyno. Then once we're happy with that, basically the final testing is to go out on the road and just make sure that all the data that we've seen on the dyno in the dyno cell translate to what you're getting on the road as well. Now we are lucky, we've got a very good dyno cell at GM with good airflow. Generally there doesn't need to make any revisions once the car's tuned. So same with this really, it's more just a couple of final tweaks, maybe a little bit of drivability, things like that. But so far it seems really good, car's going really nicely. I'm sure John will be very happy with it when he gets it back. We'll give you a little look. So I've got my laptop with us. This is now, it was reading live, it's actually paused. We'll just give you an idea some of the sort of data that we get. It's displaying all kind of crucial elements right there, so everything from fuel pressure, boost pressure, ignition timing, all those sort of things are very, very important to the way the car runs, and obviously safety crucial. So yeah, so I'm going to get that data taken off the laptop now. I'll send it off to Kyle in Las Vegas, hopefully. Just look at the time, it's sort of middle of the afternoon here. Hopefully he'll be up there now, it should be the morning time over there now. We're a bit lucky, might check everything, send us a revision if needs be, and I can load that again tonight and get some more data to him. So that's the way we do it. Very interesting project. I'll try and get some better footage of this car once it's all finished, cleaned up, put back together again, and also get some good footage for the guys on YouTube before the car leaves. So yeah, look out for that. So right, so I was just heading back to the office, and Callum's grabbed us. The guys here to collect the SVG. You might hear everyone outside.
So the valves open as well.
The valves are open, very loud. So I'm going to help Callum and the transport guy get that on his truck. So yeah, Callum will get some footage of that. Cool. Very nice car.
Let's go from there.
That's all for Wednesday, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the bit dyno work that we've done. The SVJ leaving sounded incredible. I'm sure Dan will be very happy when he receives that tomorrow morning. I'm sure his neighbours will be happy too. You saw earlier on in the vlog, this ramp was getting moved for the four-wheel alignment system, the Hunter wheel alignment system we're getting installed. That's now all done. The ramp has been levelled again, so we're just awaiting the install of our Hunter system, and then we're ready to go. Just give you a little idea. That's how far the ramp had to move. Only a couple of inches, but apparently that makes all the difference. I'm at the office tomorrow. I've got a few things to do for JM outside of the business, so I'm going to be out all day. Callum and Jürgen are still about, so no doubt they'll be updating the vlog. Stay tuned, and I'll see you again soon. So, that is all for today, guys. I hope you like the videos we're doing. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, share, comment, good, bad. Okay.